Hello, my name is Arthur Kirkland, also known as England or the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and I'll be here to answer some questions for you today. Our first one is from my dear brother, Scotland, who asks, why does your cooking suck? I thought I taught you how to cook. Also, why does your magic suck? Did you never listen to anything I taught you? No, I didn't. You know why? Because you never taught me anything. Because all you did was steal my bloody land all the time. My magic is brilliant, thank you very much, aside from the fact that occasionally when I try to make potions, the cauldron has a weird habit of combusting into flames, just like my oven does. And my cooking is delicious, and you have no right to comment on it, because I came up with scones, yes, scones, not scones, and you came up with haggis. Our next question is from Sarah Garlick, who asks, what is one of your biggest regrets? I don't have any regrets at all, definitely not. If I did, it would be that I'm not an empire anymore, definitely. Let's just say that, well, one of them was in the 1400s, and the other was about 236 years ago. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. Next question is from Feliciano, Italy, who asks, why does your food taste so bad? It doesn't. So that's not a valid question. My food is delicious, thank you very much. Next is from New Zealand, who asks, who is your favourite? I assume you mean colony. We can kick America right out of that. I don't think India really counts. I'd say Hong Kong, but he keeps putting firecrackers under my chair. You're not that bad, I suppose. Neither is Australia, although every time I go down there, its animals try to kill me. And there's one that I'm forgetting. Somewhere, still part of the Commonwealth. Very polite, always there when I need him, but I can't remember who he is, so I suppose he's not that important. Well, I suppose I'll go with either you or Australia. Yeah, you've always been there for me when I've needed you anyway. Let's see, Finland asks if I really see things, and if they're like what Norway sees. Oh, you mean the fairies? Of course I see them. I'm not blind. And of course they're not like what Norway sees. Norway sees the fae that live in his area, I see the ones that live in mine. If I went there, yes, they'd be like the ones that he sees. But you like comparing a zebra to a tiger. They're completely different species. Anyway, our next is from Poppy, who says, in regard to maritime activities, did you have a ship that you favoured above the others? If so, can you tell me a bit about why you liked it best? Oh yes, I definitely can. My personal vessel, the last one that I ever sailed, was the HMS Victoria, and she was an East Indiaman. And I will always stand by the fact that the East Indiaman was the best ship to ever come out of any of my time on seas. It's just so utterly reliable, and at the same time so beautifully made and crafted, and steadiest ship I've ever been on, one I've accomplished most on ever. Sunk the bloody Armada in that. She was quite a ship, and they're gorgeous. They are gorgeous mates. You should definitely look them up, because there are still some out there in the world. I mean, they're not obviously as common as they were back then, but they're still there. And actually, I believe there's one that goes around Sydney Harbour you can go to. Last time I was visiting Australia, we had a lovely time there. And yeah, the East Indiamen, because they're utterly reliable, and at the same time not just functional, but beautiful. Next question is from Lithuania, who asks, I'm curious to know about when you raised America. He has quite a few odd quirks, and I'm wondering about what his childhood was like. But first of all, the arrogance is not my fault. The fast food is not my fault. And I'd just like to establish that I was an empire at the time. I had a world to run. I didn't have time to be there every second of the day, or even every day of the week, or every week of the month, or every month of the year. Even if I wanted to be, I just didn't have the time. Most of his life, his childhood was spent with nannies while I was away. And I do regret that. And I didn't exactly let them tell him no, because, he was my boy. And I can't exactly let anybody else discipline him if he's mine. And I wasn't the best for disciplining him either, I'm afraid. When he was a child, anyway. He was absolutely adorable. I mean, how could you say no to that face? Once he started getting a bit older, it became a lot easier, but apparently if you let a child run wild and do whatever they want for a long period of time, and then suddenly you start telling them no, they revolt. And, well, we all saw how that worked, didn't we? Next question, please. Our next question is from Baku, who asks if I have ever tried growing out my fringe to hide my eyebrows. Really? Really, that's what we're going with? Okay, first of all, why would I want to hide them? They're stately, handsome. Thank you very much. There's nothing to hide or be ashamed of there. Also, yes, I have, and it doesn't work. You can see them straight through it. See? See? You can see it. Anyway, that's all we have for today. Send in a question by leaving it in the comments box, or dropping it by my ask box in my Tumblr, which I will be linking below. And I will see you either next week or the week after. I'm going to try and get out 2 or 3 of these a month, depending on how many questions I get. So yes, leave me a question and I'll see you in a week. Cheerio!